Hello, I am Ronika Ray. I'm a keynote speaker, and today we're learning how to become or practicing on how to be a keynote speaker so that I could be the best keynote speaker ever and heard of life. I'm talking about in the millions. She's contagious. That's what I want everybody to say about me. Have you heard her? Have you heard her speak? So, this is just the beginning of evolving lifestyle. And I can say this with sitting here in this bedroom at my mother's house, sleeping on a cot with a smile on my face, a cot that I'm so big and so heavy, I done broke all the springs in it. So I'm laying on metal bars, but it's more comfortable than sleeping on the floor. I can much tell you that. Or sleeping outside on the ground, because I done did that too. Or sleeping in a chair in the garage, because I done did that too. Um, so I'm in my best place. My best place at the moment. Because see, I see greatness in my future. I see happiness. I see abundance. I see a billionaire sitting right here before me. A woman that won't stop till she gets to where she's trying to go. And then when she gets to where she go, she wants some more. That's what I see. And that's what you gotta look at yourself and see the same thing. Um, I say, I remember when I was practicing, that's what I'm gonna tell myself. Remember when you was practicing and you would always say, but now I don't say no more. Because there's no point. Because I know exactly what I want to say. See, when you say doesn't mean you're unsure or you don't know what you're talking about. It's just you're waiting on the not waiting, but trying to figure out when the best way to say your next thought, if that makes sense to you. So when you hear me say it isn't because I'm insecure or I don't know what I'm going to say. It's just I don't know how to say the next thing that I'm going to say. So we're gonna work on the as well. And that was on purpose. But see now that one. That but correct yourself. When you see yourself making a mistake, you correct yourself. Check yourself. Let it be known that I made a mistake. It's okay. As I'm practicing how to be the biggest world speaker ever heard speak before. speaking on everything, periods, every various subject in life. Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm going to educate myself from all the way from drug addictions, depression, stress, mental health. And that's where I'm starting at, because that's where I started with my drug addiction, with my mental health issues, with my depression issues, and brought me to this. I'm going to talk about everything. Well, not talk. I'm going to speak about everything, even corporate lessons. And without a lick of college education. Well, I went to college just a little bit. 2 semesters. With no high school diploma. Yeah. So, that girl, that woman, that bitch right there, that's what I really like. I wouldn't tell the truth. If I wasn't to tell the truth, it wouldn't be the truth if it was. I pride myself being that bitch right there. Did you hear what that bitch said? She went to college with no high school diploma. Yeah. She worked manager positions with no high school diploma. Not once, but twice. Wow. So it's not what you know, who you know. It ain't who you know. It's about what you know about yourself. See, and I knew going into them jobs, I didn't have a high school diploma. I really had a ninth grade education, period. Couldn't read. Couldn't write. But I knew I needed a job to take care of my son that I just had. Or that little money that I need to get in my first apartment before I ever had my son. So I went in there like I knew it. And that's how you gotta look at life. I'm going to do this as I know it already done. I gotta do it like I already know how to do it. I gotta say it like I already know it. Didn't even know back then that I was training myself for this very moment. See, there I go with the It wasn't because I didn't know what I was going to say. Didn't know how I was going to say it. So I'm retraining my brain at the moment right before your eyes. Not to say the word because that was that is my weakness with speaking. So hopefully by the time you hear this video, I won't be saying no more. So let's see what's next. See that? You take away something, you replace it with something else. So now I gotta tell my mind or train myself to find another word other than because to be tell the truth, it sounds dumb. Duh. Sound retarded. So I'm not retarded. I don't want to sound retarded. Don't want to sound educated either because I'm very educated. I'm educated on life skills. You can't teach that in the classroom. I guess I must have knew that when I was in school. That's why I never did my schoolwork. I cannot even remember when I ever completed an assignment. No more than in kindergarten. Must have knew what the hell the teachers were talking about with bullshit. Now when I got in college, I went hard. With no high school diploma, no education, making A's in college. Who say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Well, until life set in my way, and I couldn't afford gas money to take my semester exam, I flunked out. But that was my fault. Because instead of putting away gas money to go take the most important test ever, I chose to do drugs. I chose to buy $100 pair of J's for my girlfriend because I didn't even wear J's. Still don't. I got some on my feet right now. Let me stop lying. Some Jordan flip-flops. Nothing against Jordan, but I could care less about what kind of shoes I got on my feet. They could be 50 cents. As long as they keep me from getting my foot cut when I step on some glass. I don't care. As long as they protect my feet when it get cold outside and it don't get rain. Those things I really, honestly, to be honest with you, I enjoy being barefoot. If it was up to me and not the law of man, I would wear no shoes. Boots, I hate boots. But I got a pair. I put them on twice. I'd rather wear the flip-flops. I gotta pull shoes, pull them all the way up to my knees so they can fall down. Anyway, off subject. That's another thing I have to work on. Stay on to the keynote topic. So the topic is truth, which I just told a lot of truth, but it wasn't the truth that I was trying to tell you about. So what's next? Talk to yourself. It's okay to talk to yourself. There I go with the It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take a few times of me recording these videos to stop saying, what's next? Well, then you know what's next. But what is it? Let me get my thoughts back together, because I got off track, which happens. So give me a second to think about it and figure out where was I. I was telling you about my drugs, starting on my drug addiction. That's what it was. So I flunked out of college, being dumb, or not dumb, just being young, taking life for a joke. Didn't know how hard it was, how much of a blessing it was to even be at college with no high school diploma. Okay, so go on to my next part of the story. How did I become where I'm at now? Well, now I'm standing here before you. Now, this is how you do this. You project your manifestations into life as if it's happening already. As I sat here in this bedroom in my mother's house, pretending to be on stage in front of millions, but let's go a little further, billions. I'm telling my story while the crowd is going crazy, loving me. As I get chills running on my arms, because I know what you don't know. It's already been done for me. Now that goes of the power of the Creator, the power of God. It's already blessed me. All I have to do is now put the work in. Now that's what I'm doing right now, putting in the work for practicing. I'm practicing for my future. I want to upload this video to YouTube. It may not get no viewers for 10 years or less, but I'm going to put it up. If 3 people listen to it right now and it change their lives, well, guess what? My job is did. I've done it. And that's what this is. My passion. My love. So, as I stand here before you today with my love, with my passion running through my veins, chills covering my body, because it was just as it was the first day when I was sitting in that room with not a dollar in my pocket. Now I'm a billionaire. Got more money than I could ever imagine. I remember telling my mother, I really hope that you'll still be around. I pray that you'll still be around to watch this day right here, because I'm going to be very successful. As the tears well up in my eyes. Why? Because only I know how serious this is to me, how passionate, so determined, how much motivation I have to become the best speaker that there ever has been in life. To change lives, not for the money, although it will be nice, not the struggle, not for my son to ask me, can you buy me something? And I don't have $1. And I can't. I have to tell him, go ask your grandma. Because you know, mama right now can't buy nothing. Because I done had 3 strokes. I can't work no more. All I can do is suffer what it looked like to be suffering to the next. But where it rerouted me, rerouted me from being working at Taco Bell to becoming a multi-millionaire or billionaire, whichever comes first. I'm at a loss for words. Something so horrific in my life shut me down, slowed me down. Because I was the best drug addict ever. At least that's what I thought. I remember talking to a friend of mine, and I told him I'm an overachiever. And he looked at me, sitting there smoking a bowl, smoking meth, with no achievements. To him, didn't look like I had achieved nothing. I looked at him and I said, my problem is, I always want to be the best at everything, whatever I do. I like smoking ice. So I'm going to be the best bowl roller, smoking, ice smoking, meth ever. And he looked at me, he laughed. But he didn't feel my passion. But look at me now. And I tell you that story to tell you this story. Look at me now. I'm the best speaker ever. When I didn't even know this was a profession. You mean to tell me they're going to give me $100,000 to get up here and talk to some people I don't know? Well, hell yeah. I'm going to do that. $10,000 to tell people my business? Where is these people at? I'm giving them all my business. With no regrets. You mean to tell me that I ain't been doing this? Oh, pause. I could have done this without the experience. That's why I had to go through what I went through. That's why I wanted to be the best bowl roller, the best dope dealer, the best dick sucker, the best whatever that was negative. Because that's all I knew. I didn't know it was an opportunity like this in my life. I didn't know that I could get paid